Sabina's seed. One day, Sabina was walking through the backyard of her house. She was a very curious girl, always looking for new things to discover. She spent a couple hours in the garden to see if she could find something interesting. Bored of not having discovered something, she went sadly to the door of her house after her mother called her to eat. When Sabina was entering the house, she felt a small hit on her head. When she turned around, she could see a small seed lying on the ground. She just looked at it confused, since it was not a seed like the ones she had seen before. And hearing her mother's insistence, she took the seed and she walked into her house with a smile on her face. The next day, Sabina decided to investigate the seed, so she read a lot of books, but she couldn't find anything about it. But she still wanted to plant the seed in her garden. She chose a good place to plant it. She dug a little hole, put the seed on it, and covered it with dirt and a little bit of water. Every day, Sabina watered the place where she planted the seed, and she stayed every afternoon taking care of it, waiting for it to grow up. She even sang songs to it, since she read that the plant likes music. A few months passed, and there was no sign of the plant growing. Sabina was disappointed. She took her notebook and began to draw how she would like her tree to grow up. She drew a beautiful and giant tree. She looked at the drawing with a smile on her face. Sabina closed her eyes, brought the drawing closer to her chest, and said, "I wish my drawing was real." And when she opened her eyes, looked at the drawing, and then when she looked up, she noted that her wish had come true, but something unusual was happening, because she noticed that when something changes in her drawing, something changes in the real world. So she made a beautiful and large drawing of her garden, and when she looked up, it was in front of her. She was very happy. She did this every day, and her drawings were more and more beautiful. One day she woke up agitated and ran to her window and didn't saw the tree. She was so sad. She said it was just a dream, but she still felt that it had been real, so she decided to tell her mother. Her mother was confused and told Sabrina that magic didn't exist. "It does exist, and my tree is magical. Look, mother, draw a picture of the tree of your dreams, and I promise you that in a short time you will see it in the garden," Sabina answered. Her mother accepted and began to draw. Her mother, at the end of her drawing, gave it to Sabrina, and they went to the garden, but something went wrong, because when Sabina realized that the magic didn't work, her mother told her that she had a beautiful imagination and she would help Sabina to plant a real tree. Since that day, Sabina take care of her new tree. This was a real tree, a beautiful and a giant tree. The tree lived a lot of years, and Sabina was always by his side. The end.